How a small fashion brand turned $500 into a $1 million empire after nearly losing everything. She started with just $500. No investors, no famous connections, no fashion degree from Paris or London. 5 years later, her fashion brand was quietly valued at over $1 million. But what most people don't know is this: one decision nearly destroyed everything she built. And it wasn't a bad design. It wasn't poor quality. It wasn't even lack of customers. It was a business decision many designers make every single day without realizing the cost. Background: setting the scene. She began the way most small fashion brands do: sewing from home, late nights, fabrics spread across the floor, orders packed on her dining table. Every dollar she earned went straight back into the business. Better fabric, new equipment, slightly improved packaging. Slowly, orders picked up. Instagram started working. Customers began returning. For the first time, it felt real. Then demand grew faster than expected, and that's when things started to go wrong. The turning point. To keep up, she made what seemed like a smart move. She ordered more fabric, expanded production, introduced more designs. On the outside, the brand looked like it was growing. On the inside, the numbers were quietly falling apart. Inventory started piling up, cash flow slowed, bills didn't. She told herself sales would catch up. They always do, right? They didn't. The crisis. Within months, the studio was full, but the bank account wasn't. Clothes hung unsold. Suppliers wanted payment. Rent deadlines didn't care about creativity. That's when she finally stopped and did something most designers avoid. She looked at the numbers honestly, and what she saw scared her. Step 1. The decision that felt like failure. Her first move shocked everyone around her. She froze production completely. No new designs, no cutting, no sewing. Machine sat idle. It felt like failure, but it was actually control, because producing more while bleeding cash would have finished the brand completely. Step 2. The hardest realization. Then came the part that hurt her ego. She stopped treating unsold clothes like art. She realized something painful but true. Unsold inventory is not creativity, it's trapped money. So she discounted aggressively. Some pieces sold at break even, some at a loss, but cash started moving again. And cash, not pride, is what keeps a business alive. Step 3. Killing the best seller. Then she noticed something worse. Her most popular design, the one everyone loved, was draining her money. High sales, terrible margins. It looked successful, but every unit sold pushed the business deeper into trouble. So she killed it. No announcement, no drama, just gone. That single decision saved her brand. Step 4. Redesigning for profit, not applause. Next, she redesigned her entire approach. Fewer sizes, cleaner cuts, less fabric waste, easier construction. The clothes were still beautiful, but now they were intelligent. Same selling price, lower production cost, higher profit. For the first time, the brand wasn't just busy, it was healthy. Step 5. The most important change. Then came the change that truly transformed everything. She separated her money, one account for business operations, one for savings, one for personal income. No more guessing, no more emotional spending, no more confusion. The numbers finally spoke clearly, and they didn't lie. Step 6. Stopping vanity growth. She stopped trying to look big. No expensive influencer campaigns, no flashy fashion shows, no chasing validation. Instead, she focused on repeat customers. Consistent drops, predictable cash flow, quiet growth, the kind that lasts. Step 7. Scaling, but this time, correctly. Only after control came growth. Limited collections, planned inventory, strict production rules, no over-ordering, no emotional decisions. Within a year, the brand stabilized. Within a few more, it scaled. Today, it's $1 million fashion business, not because of talent alone, but because of discipline. Reflection. This is the truth most people don't talk about in fashion. Talent opens the door, but decisions determine how long you stay inside. And sometimes, the move that saves everything looks like failure until it works. If you love real fashion business stories, the kind they don't teach in school, subscribe. Because in this industry, what you don't know can cost you everything.